We are happy that summer's here. Hi, and YouNow. Thought this would be a good way to talk about our future plans for Abigail. So, yeah, if whatever questions you guys have about that, I would like to kind of, hey guys, welcome. Stay on the track and ask whatever questions you have about, Abby's future, and maybe that can help you with your loved ones. So I am back and forth on YouNow and YouTube. Um, so yeah, I thought it was a good topic. Um, Holy cow, this is overwhelming. Um, what is she doing for school? Is Abby ever going to be able to work? Okay, Claire, we're not going to talk about that. If you have a daughter or you have someone that you are trying to help with girl things, then you can message me privately. But we're not going to talk about that on live videos and stuff like that. So, holy cow. Okay, what great, crazy multitasking, right? Like,
I'll try to help you if
oh
what
my
I can
gosh.
from the other room.
Okay.
But I'm sick, guys, and I fell asleep last night. I was editing, so I'm working on editing
Hey
right now
guys.
while she's doing this, hanging out with you.
Okay. So this I'm gonna kind of talk and I will try to get to questions as well, but it is overwhelming. I have 111 people here and I have 319 on YouTube. So it's a lot. So here we go. Abby, right now, obviously things can change, but right now, Abby will not go to college. We are going to keep her at Jacksonville School for Autism as long as possible. Right now, they have a young man who is 28 years old. So that is a definite, she could be there for a long time. And I feel like I'm like working the crowd because I'm like looking here and looking there and looking here. And actually, you guys are up here, so I don't even need to look here. But um, so for Abigail, we plan to keep her at JSA. And okay, I would not my phone off because everybody can see that. So don't put your phone numbers out there. Um, so we will be keeping her at JSA. And their program is what they're trying to do with that school is build the program to where they basically live there and work there as long as they need to. Now, we don't know how long that will take to progress, so we do have a plan B. That is our plan A. This is our plan B. Um, so, what we are going to do is we will be buying a house eventually that we plan on Abigail living with us, but not in the house. We want to have Abby have her own space. So, um, we would get a house behind us. Like, you would have the main house and then you'd have kind of like an in law suite and you would have that behind us. And so that way, Abigail can go in there. She will have all of her people that come and go. There are so many opportunities for her to have caregivers and helpers and people that just can be a mentor for her. So that is our plan. That is our goal for Abigail. Right now, what we are working on with ABA therapy and with school is for her to be as independent as possible. So we don't know if she will ever be verbal. And if she's not verbal, that's fine. She does have her Dynavox that she's using, as well as some sign language. So all of those things are amazing, and she is able to communicate her wants and needs. If we were looking at where Abigail is right this moment, she would never be alone. Okay, so it's not like she would go out to a store by herself or go to a restaurant by herself. She would always have some type of companion with her um, when she's older. Okay, so you don't have to worry about her going out on her own. the area in Jacksonville that we are looking at is Riverside. If you are familiar with the area, um, then you know they have really cool little shops down there. They have restaurants. So the goal is that we live there. That way, Abby and whoever's helping her can walk down there and go to restaurants and go to shops. And she loves to get out in the community. And um, so yeah, that's. I'm not answering questions. I was trying to give you just a brief, you know, I've got 411 people here and over 100 here, so I'm trying to go back and forth. But I just wanted to kind of give you a brief, idea of what we have as thoughts for Abigail, and then I will go back and answer questions afterwards. So that is our plan, and we have Isaiah, who we don't want Abigail to have to live with Isaiah, and we don't want Abigail to have to live with Summer, but both of them have obviously said they would take care of her. So we know we have the two of them. Obviously, we have all of our parents, but our parents are older. And so, that's not an option to have it set up to where Abby would live with them. So we do have plans in place, to if something were to happen to us or if for when Abigail's older. So there we go. That is our plan. Okay. We don't know about the Dynavox yet. We are still working with insurance on that. Um, thank you. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Jesse. I appreciate that. Spell check. That's okay. No problem. Thank you so much. Okay. Hi, guys. Will Abby ever need to get another service dog? I don't project that that would happen. No. Thank you. Yes, hit that like button. Hi, how are you? Abby, like I said, we don't know. Thank you, Vanessa. We don't know where Abigail will be in 10 years. I mean, that's hard to tell. We don't know where we'll be in 10 years, guys. So to say, would Abigail ever drive? I have no idea. Right now, I would say no, she would not ever drive. And it's not that she couldn't learn how to drive, but could you imagine her stimming and driving at the same time? Like, that would be terrible. um, so, so right now, I'm going to say no, she would not be a driver. Olivia, they do not. They do not take Medicaid. Will Abby ever be able to live? I don't know if Abigail wants to get married or have a boyfriend. That is not something that is in her. She's never expressed anything like that. Thank you guys so much. Oh my gosh, and now my phone's going off. Are all Texas Roadhouse sensory safe or just the one in your area? So they're not always sensory safe. They have like a special night where they have sensory nights. She cannot talk at all. No. We have tried the gluten casein diet for Abigail, and that did nothing for her. She does eat keto with us right now, and she's doing really good with it. She Not all of her snacks are keto, like her cereal is not keto, but whenever she has a meal with us, that's keto. Abby is at therapy right now. So Summer and Isaiah took Abigail to therapy. So I figured I'd jump on here and answer some questions and just kind of talk about her future. Because we get that so much. And, it's hard to tell because, like I said, I don't know what I'm going to be doing in 10 years. So to have Abigail, well, is she going to get married? Is she going to, and all I can speak of is where she's at right now. And our goal as far as independence for her is that she be able to, make herself food, whether it be in a microwave or, hopefully on a stovetop at some point. But I will always be there to do those things with her. To be able to do laundry on her own, to be able to hang her clothes up, and those kind of things. So you want your child to be as independent as possible. And every year she gets better and better. And so, yeah, I don't know. Okay. Where do you see her therapy reaching, such as helping in a job? So, well, I can tell you right now, Abigail is doing amazing at school and she helps with lunch prep. And so, what that entails is she takes all of the items out of the students' backpacks or lunch bag, puts them on a tray. She's now learning how to use the microwave so she can hit a button and then hit start. So she hits like the fast 30-second button or whatever it is and hits start. She takes stuff out of the microwave, puts it on a tray, sets the tray up in the window. So that's huge for Abigail to be able to do all of those steps. She then takes the lunch bags out, the lunch bags out, puts them back into lockers. And so they have like a picture of each student. Each student, they have a picture of them, and then she matches that to their locker. So, yeah. Hi from Ireland. Does Abby have any specific triggers? Just going to war. Yes, they do teach her things like laundry. Hey guys. We have filmed a little bit from Abby's school days. It's really hard though because you have other students who obviously you don't want to film them, but we have filmed a little bit. Hey guys, thank you. Abby does take medicine, so right now she is on 10x in the morning. She's also on Ziprasidone in the morning. And then in the evening, she takes clonidine and then again. Aw, thank you so much, Daniela, for the super chat. Thank you for stopping in Fayetteville. It is our pleasure. We loved doing our meetups along the way, and it was so much fun. Amanda Taylor, has Abby's communication improved? Of course. So it has improved, and you can see that if you go back and look at older videos and then you see new videos. Sorry, guys. Okay, so Abby's role at JSA. I'm sorry, I got that question. The way that it works, Abby is going to be considered an 8th grader this year. If you guys know anything about special needs, you know, it doesn't really matter, but you know, in the grand scheme of things, she's going to be considered an 8th grader. So she is in a pre-vocational class. So what that does is she is doing life skills. They make bed. They are working on essential oils type things. They are working in the garden. Once she gets into high school, then she goes out into the community. And so she can actually go and work at a location. They don't get paid because they're in school, but what they do is they'll roll silverware at Outback Steakhouse, or they will make pizza boxes. They have on site, they have spectrum shredding. So they shred documents for companies. And so that is kind of the goal for JSA, is that they make jobs for their students and they are able to be in a safe environment to where they have everything right there within their campus. And then the other goal is that they make like apartment style homes for these kids. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone. Thank you so much for the super chat, Anders, because the kids are gone and I want to make sure everything's okay. Thank you. Any planned meetups in the Ponte Vedra area? Yes, we're going to be doing more meetups in Jacksonville. So yeah, so that's kind of what JSA, they are looking for property right now. They're hoping to get some land, and that is what the goal is with that. Okay. Eventually, hopefully, we will get to visit Texas. Yes, we will keep this as a video so you can watch later. Okay. What is something my neighbors could have done to have prevented the ward of the state? Ooh, I don't know. I'm not sure on that. Thank you, Shannon. Has Abby always been at JSA? She has not. Abby has been there. This is her 4th year, I believe. We actually had to go to court with Duval County Public School and file a due process with them because Abby was not getting a free and appropriate education in the public school system. So, yeah. So that's that. So she is at JSA because of that. Okay. Lecky, like I said before, I don't know how she feels about falling in love. That's not something you have to remember that Abigail is 13, but mentally she's not 13. She is very intelligent, but she's not there yet. So yeah. Okay. Does Abby go to a special needs school? She does. She goes to it's a private school. It's for children on the spectrum, and it's called Jacksonville School for Autism. Shelby, no, we do not. We don't, Abby has run off before and jumped in a pond. She knows how to swim, so that's good. But we keep this house on lockdown, so oh, that's awesome, Georgia. With Abby's progress in the last year or so since vlogs began, do you as a family have more hope than, say, 2 years ago that she will be able to live independently? So I do have hope that she will be able to live independently. I don't know. It doesn't have anything to do with the vlogs. It's just, she does therapy. That little girl works so hard, you guys. She works her butt off. And, she has good days and bad days. I don't want to say yeah, because next year something could trigger her or something could happen and we could have regression. So you just never know. I don't even know with Isaiah. Yeah, he's doing great right now. He's on an amazing track, but that doesn't mean that something couldn't change. So I never want to say a definite. You just kind of have to wait and see. What if I have something happen next year? You just never know. Abby is not completely potty trained. I keep seeing that question come up. That is an constant working on with her. Thank you, thinking of others. We're constantly working on that with her. So she works really hard at that. And yeah. Thank you, Terry. Do you have a plan? Yeah, so I talked about that at the beginning. So if you go back and watch this later on, you will see the answers. She wears pull-ups, and then she wears underwear. So she does both. Oh my gosh. Is your health okay? Anything, Priscilla, because of your diet? My health is great. People think because you are heavy that you are automatically not healthy, and that is so far from the truth. I know people who are very thin and they're very unhealthy. So it doesn't really matter what people look like. That doesn't make them unhealthy. So just remember that, guys. She will get the hang of it. She's doing amazing. When we traveled, oh my gosh. When we traveled, she was dry the entire time. So we've tried essential oils and they were terrible for our family. They cause major headaches. So I don't know. Yes, Abby will start school next month and Isaiah is typical. She has come so far, Claire. I don't know if Abby will be able to drive. Yeah, we're not going to talk about the whole puberty thing with Abigail. If you guys have um, specific questions, like if you have a daughter or whatever like that, I would be more than welcome, more than happy to help you. But I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to go into that. No, I do not think that Abby will ever go to college. But like I've said over and over, I don't know what the future holds, and nobody does. Um, have you and Asa lost more weight since you started your diets? Yes, I am down 25 pounds. Asa's down, I think, 20-ish. So we're doing really good. Yeah, we have to have some things that are private. And, you know, we wouldn't want people asking us about our girl stuff. So people be respectful with questions. Correct. Um, Isaiah graduates in 2020. So he will be a junior this year. What is happening with speech therapy? Abby takes speech therapy once a week, or twice a week, actually, 30 minutes per time. I think maybe you're talking about the Dynavox, and we are still working on that with insurance. What is Abby's mental state age? It's hard to tell. And some things you're gonna see that she's really high cognitively, um, because it's like repetitive type things. We've done it over and over throughout the years. So that makes it, you know, makes it look like. Yes, Mata, I talked about at the beginning of this live feed. So if you go back after we're finished and watch that, I answered that as well, Lizzie. So just make sure you watch this after we finish. So Abby's school has someone who's 28 there. Oh my gosh, there are so many questions coming through here. I'm trying, guys. Make sure you're hitting that like button, please. Thank you, Claire. Hey, Denise. It's funny, I was actually coming in here, so we got a notebook today, and we're putting plastic sheets in there so that we can keep all of the notes and letters and cards and everything that you guys have sent us. And we went to our P.O. box today. Holy cow, you guys are amazing, sending us all these things. It's overwhelming to me. I don't know if she'll ever be able to talk. Yes, we do ship to the UK. Ace and I are doing awesome. Neurotypical, that means you don't have special needs. Like Isaiah, I'm neurotypical. We know some ASL. Abby has modified sign language, and so, hey Tracy, so she has modified signs, and she doesn't speak in sentences, so we learn words as needed. Thank you, Shannon. Abby's favorite type of music. She loves like hip hop. Hey David from YouNow. Modified sign language is just it's sign language, but sometimes we have to modify it for Abigail because she either stems or can't get her hands to move the right way. Summer and Isaiah will not be dating. Summer's 20 years old. She is a woman. It would be illegal. And Isaiah is 16. So she is like a daughter to us and like a sister to him. So they get along like brother and sister. Abby cannot ride a bicycle. I've lost 25 pounds so far. Just ASL. Okay. Thank you. I have no makeup on today, so oh well. Maverick is 5 years old. As of right now, we will stay on keto long term. Yes. Abby cannot write. No. Right, Mandy? I know. Does she have a sign for if she's feeling sick or hurting? She does not, but I mean, just like a toddler or a baby, you tell when she's not feeling good. So, thank you. I did not have a hard time though. She does have a regular thank you so much, Dana. She does have a regular diet. You guys are wonderful. Parents love you guys. Love you too, Dana. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Danielle. Abby is our daughter. She is 13 years old and she has autism. I'm not tired of Asa yet. We love doing YouTube. Of course, I have my own things that I do. I have Lipstick Mama. That's what I was just doing before I got on here. And yeah, it's just I don't know. I have my Pots Pans of Priscilla channel that I do. I would never make my own vlog channel. I literally would not be able to do all of that. What signs are we working on? I'm not working on any. Well, I mean, she just learned cereal, so Summer is a great helper. Yes. Um, Rebecca, you can send us an email if you would like, or you can message us. Yeah, she's at therapy. Abby goes to bed. Well, we give her meds around 9 to 9:30. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. That was so sweet. We give her meds around 9 or 9:30, so she typically falls asleep between 10 and 11. When is everyone's birthday? So Abby's May 12th. I'm May 22nd. Isaiah is October 16th, and Asa is October 18th. Nothing will change when she turns 18. We'll just have to obviously go through the court system and become guardianships, take guardianships of her. But other than that, nothing will change. How do you feel about card? I think in some areas, card is amazing. Um, our place here doesn't have the funding to help families, so I don't really know the point of card, honestly. Is Abby's artwork for sale? It is. We have a website at Store Envy, and if you go to any of the videos, it's in the description below the video. We do not have our own pool. We go to my mom has a pool that she had built for Abigail, and then we have our neighborhood pool. Anna, so okay, so as far as Abby and like sounding like she says things, and we get these questions so much, and we want you guys to know, like when she says her first word, believe me, it is going to be holy cow, like it's going to be amazing. But Abigail says she makes vocal sounds, and we've talked to her speech therapist about this. She makes vocal sounds all the time. She's not. I mean, you guys hear her. She can make sounds. And sometimes it does sound like she's saying like mama or but you know that like we know listening to her, living with her, that she's not actually speaking. She doesn't say it in the right context. She just figured out, and it's not all the time. Some days she will come to me if you say, go to mom. It was actually on her IEP for years and years, and they finally took it out because she couldn't. They would show her pictures and say, point to mom, point to dad, point to Maverick, point to Isaiah. She could not get it. They would have us stand up with edible reinforcers, highly reinforcing items, go to mom or go to Isaiah. She couldn't do any of that. So she doesn't necessarily know that I am mom. Sometimes she'll come to me if we say, go to mom. She'll get it, but not every time. So she doesn't have, yes, she is vocal as far as she makes sounds. And sometimes it does sound like she's saying things, but she's really not. So, yeah, she tends to like pink things because I make her. um, I think the clicking is really cute, and she does like this thing, like she laughs. I think that's really cute. Abby is on medication to help with anxiety and to help her sleep at night. So we've definitely noticed a difference in adding a pill in the morning for the anxiety, and it helps her cognitive ability. Like, I noticed a lot of people have commented lately that, oh my gosh, Abigail's really understanding. And I think it's because of that med. It's helping her kind of like clear the fog from her brain to where she can understand what we're saying better. She does swallow pills, and she doesn't even take water with it. Um, How many kids did you want before you had kids? Did it change after Abby? Yes, it did. We wanted three, but we realized that that would not be okay. That would not be good for us. It would not be good for Abigail. We don't want to stretch ourselves too thin to where we can't take care of both of our children. We want to be there for Isaiah and all of his things that he does. We don't miss a football game. That is priority for us. So we felt that that wouldn't be fair to our kids. And so we decided not to have any other kids. Abby is on 10X and then Ziprasidone and Clonidine. Yes, Summer does stay at our house when she's here. Hey, Tucker, welcome. It is a stem. Her clicking is a stem. We met Summer at Servers for Autism. We do have a P.O. box. If you look in the description of all of our videos, our P.O. box is down there. Why does Summer stay at our house? Well, because she lives like 3.5 hours away from us. So when she's here, she stays with us. And right now she is helping with Respite. So we have a bed here. We have a futon for her. You guys have some interesting questions today. Isaiah goes to a magnet school, and thank you, Fathering Autism. Thank you. Thank you for your super chat. Don't be spending our money on me. Isaiah goes to a magnet school, and he is in the gifted and talented, so he's in the IB program there. Respite. So what is respite? Respite is where Asa and I get to take a break. And like right now, this is respite. We're working, but it's respite. So Summer is hired, as well as Crazy and Amy. They are both hired to take care of Abigail so that we can work, go out on dates, do whatever it is we need to do. So yes, that is what respite is. I deserve more than $4.99. No, don't be telling him to pay me on here. Thank you, Rob, for the bars. Do you think Abby will grow out of not liking Walmart? Oh, thank you, Jesse. I don't think so. I don't know. What do I have to click on to accept? What are you talking about? Oh, that's cool, Emma. We found Summer at Servers for Autism like 8 years ago. She just became friends. She was super young, and then we just fell in love with her. I don't know. I think a lot of it has to do with the lights and that kind of stuff. Do you go to church? We do not go to church. We actually have a video about this. Oh, that's over here. Over here on YouTube is where I get super chats. Over here I don't have anything. Super chats over here is where people are sending money. That's why I say thank you. We have a video about church. It's no problem. And so we do go to church, but the video, if you look like church, maybe type in church and Fathering Autism, I'm sure it would come up. She does not have a favorite outfit. How was it meeting your fans? Was it awkward? It was not awkward. Yeah, I'm on both. That's why I'm like, oh my gosh. Um, it was not awkward. It's awkward knowing that you guys know everything about us and we know nothing about you, which is always kind of different. Um, so I don't know. Why do you put autistic girl and not Abby? Okay. The whole goal of this channel is to spread autism awareness and acceptance. If you are new to this channel, or if you are just researching autism, you wouldn't know who Abigail is or what that means. Thank you, Louisa. So, therefore, we put autistic girl or autism in most of our titles because that is the point, is to spread awareness. So, you wouldn't be able to find it if we put Abigail. Who's Abigail? Abigail could just be a regular girl. They don't know she's amazing. Um, Autistic girl and autism don't mean anything to us. Like, so many people put so much emphasis on words like that. And honestly, if we took Abigail's autism away, she would not be the Abigail we all love and know. She just wouldn't, okay? It is so much of who she is, but we don't look at that as a negative thing. So it's really not a big deal to put autistic girl or autism. And yeah, it's a faster way to learn about autism. And so that's why we put that there. Okay, sorry. Yeah, exactly. On YouNow, it says Abby because the people that come on there, they all know Abby. But I want to be able to reach more people on YouTube. I mean, we need the world to know about autism. Not about Abby, but about autism. So thank you. Okay. What are Abby's initials? It's her initials are ALM, ALM. No, it's fine. It's fine, Piper. I just wanted you to know and wanted everyone else to know because we do get that comment a lot, like, oh, why didn't you just put that? Why didn't you do that? So that's why. Exactly. It's nothing to be offended. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Thank you, Leroy. You're such a wonderful family. I'm wondering if you ever thought of Abby's future jobs career when she's older, what she might be enjoy doing. So right now she, like I was talking about earlier, she really likes working in the cafeteria at school. I don't know what she's gonna enjoy. Maybe we've always joked that she could be a DJ. So, I don't know. She loves music. Maybe we could teach her how to DJ. We do pray. When people stare, do you educate or ignore? It depends on the situation. We had a lady one time. We were in like a restaurant bar type environment, and Abby started yelling, or she did like really loud, and this lady yells out over all these people, "What the was that?" And that to me is just ignorant because I would never, like, that would not be my reaction to anything in life. So I yelled out, "She has autism." I was very frustrated. Most of the time, if people are staring I want them to ask questions. I just say, she has autism. That's why she's making that noise, or, whatever it is. So, yeah. Yeah, the lady was so ignorant. What do you wish you could have done different? About what? I have no regrets. You can't live life with regrets. PB Jones says she's not an autistic girl. She's a girl with autism. By calling her an autistic girl, it's letting her autism define her. I'm sorry, I don't agree. It's just a word. It's just a word. We cannot put that much emphasis on a word. Like I said, Abigail is severely autistic. If you were to, autism does define her, and she does have autism, and she is autistic, and all of those things But at the end of the day, it's just a word. We can't get offended by that. So I don't know. Okay, sorry. Abby loves her weighted blankets. Thank you so much, Mandy. What is Abby's favorite toy to stem with? So, you know, the crinkly paper type things, that's what she loves. That's what she loves to stem with. Does Abby love summer? Yes, she does. Aw, thank you, Cervantes. You know, I figure being positive is like, why not be positive? Being negative is not going to help anything. What do you think of the R word and how people use it? I think that that's an offensive word. I think people use it, you know, now the new thing is, unfortunately, the kids are saying, oh, what are you, autistic? And they're using it in a negative platform. Um, I don't know. I don't know. There's so many questions coming through. Well, thank you, Amanda. I love your stories and how real you are. I like both. I both have their place in life. YouNow is more intimate, and we get to know those people on a more deeper level, and so I like that. But then with YouTube, I mean that's where we get our bread and butter as far as getting the information out. So there's not near as many people on YouNow, so this is this is good for that. Did you pay taxes? I did pay taxes, yes. Must be a troll. Asa is here, but he is editing the vlog. It's probably not going to go up on time, but that's okay. He's working on it. How do you stay calm and patient with Abby? Because I have to remember that it's harder for Abby than it is for me. And it's not going to help anything by us getting impatient. Do we have our moments? Of course we do. We're human. But at the end of the day, you just have to think about just being better, being patient for Abigail. I know. And I'm going to try, what I'm going to try doing, Rory, is going on YouNow like during the day like this, so that our international people can watch on YouNow. She does drink out of a straw. Yes. Yes, we do get frustrated sometimes with Abby. Asa is in the room. Well, he's not in the room. He is in the house, but he is editing the vlog and trying to help me, I think, sometimes with these questions. That's awesome, Big Mama. Okay. What have been some big breakthroughs lately? Abby just, you can tell that her meltdowns have decreased, thank goodness. Um, is understanding a lot more, and I think part of it is the meds are helping her. So, um, yeah, those are some of her big breakthroughs. No, she does not, Abby. Abby is doing amazing. Oh, that's so funny, K Neil. Okay, gotcha. Abby is at therapy right now. All right. How does Abby respond to anxiety? Well, I mean, she takes meds to help with anxiety. So right now she's doing good with it. Yes, we will be doing more YouTube lives. It's hard because we've been so busy, and school starts back on the 13th, I believe. So we got ours from a company here in Jacksonville. Megan Loves Life. We're not talking about Abigail's girl things. I've seen that question come through a couple of times. So why did your family pick to live in Florida? So my parents work for the government, and they moved here. And so I'm an only child. So I wanted to live by my mom. And when we lived in Elizabeth City, Asa and I both I worked for Lowe's and Asa worked for a motorcycle company. And it was just a small town. So we could never move up there. And we felt that this was a better place for us. Plus, I got to live by my parents. Um, so we moved here, and we've been here since Abigail was 6 months old, and we are so thankful because obviously now, aw, thank you, Meredith. Hey, Scylla, love to you guys from the other Mosses in New York. Never thought our last name would ever be YouTube famous or correctly pronounced. You all and Abby are just beautiful. Thank you so much. That is Asa's cousin. So I've never met her face to face, but thank you so much for your super chat and for your support. So we are so thankful that we moved here when we did because, as you all know, Abigail was diagnosed when she was 2 with autism. And so if we lived in the same place, we wouldn't have access to what we have here in Jacksonville. So, no, you will not see them at the end of this. They're at therapy until, well, she should be getting out now, but then they have to drive home. So it's Moss. Abby's favorite thing, I would say, listen to music while swimming. So yeah, those would be her favorite things. Our email address. Asa, can you go on YouNow and type your email address? It is not hard for Abby to make friends. Our address is always in the description below the videos. Like if you hit the little triangle underneath the video, that has all of our websites, our store NV site, our address, everything there. Well, thank you, Pups5Ever. See, and that is our goal. I don't know if you're a guy or a girl. I have no connection to autism, but you guys changed my view and mind on what it means. And that right there is our goal. I think Abby's going to have a hard time with Isaiah going to college. Asa, is our email fatheringautism@gmail.com? Okay. fatheringautism@gmail.com. Okay. Someone's asking the question. Do you think vaccines cause autism? Here's my opinion. I personally do not believe that vaccines cause autism. Abigail was diagnosed with infantile autism, which means she was born with it. Both of my children have been vaccinated. We pick and choose what vaccines we want to give them. You know, I could never imagine Abigail getting chickenpox because that would be terrible for her. At the same time, I'm never going to give her that HPV vaccine. Not because of autism, because it's terrible. Like, it's doing terrible things. There's no evidence that autism is caused by vaccines. And so I think that the kids that have autism are vaccine injured. And I think that, there's a couple of kids at Abby's school that has happened to. I don't think that that's the autism part of it. Does that make sense? So me personally, I'm not speaking on Ace's behalf. I'm speaking on my behalf. I do not believe that vaccines cause autism. So there we go. Thank Tammy. No one else has autism. No, Amanda. No puberty questions. Oh, how do you do Abby's hair? Funny thing, Asa actually does Abby's hair. So he, I can do it, but it doesn't stay. Um, so he does it. What is your favorite thing about Abigail? My favorite thing is that she lives life like all of us should. She doesn't care what people think. She is so free. Um, she just doesn't care what others think. And gosh, how nice is that? Like, what a stress free life to not care what other people think about you. Like, I could care, people call me fat. People say, all these things. And the older I'm getting and the more we're on YouTube, I really don't care what people think because being overweight doesn't affect my parenting abilities. Um, so yeah, Summer and Isaiah are not dating. It is illegal. She is 20 years old. There we go. She lives in the moment exactly. Um, how cool is that? She watches videos with herself in them. No, I'm not saying that, Aaron. I'm not saying we have different opinions on that. I just don't want to speak for him. I would rather him say, he said before how he feels. We are losing weight, Abby. We're actually doing the keto diet. Thank you, Kitty. What does self harm look like on the spectrum? It depends on the person. Abby bites her arms and she pinches for self injurious behaviors. Some kids do other things, so I don't know. I just know for her. It does have its positive points. Somebody said age does have positive points. It so does. You know, I've never been to Mount Airy, North Carolina. My number one hobby would be volunteering. Isaiah does not know where he's going to college yet. We already talked about that, Anna. If you go back and watch, you can see how I feel about vaccines. Are you coming in to tell how you feel about vaccines?
Yeah, because it's kind of a cliffhanger, so I figured.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's no problem.
I just didn't want to speak for you.
Yeah, sure. I'm not on because I got snot coming out of my face, and I'm coughing, and I'm a hot mess. So, um, so as far as autism is concerned and the cause of autism, I believe that autism has these are AirPods, these aren't earrings. I believe that autism there's a predisposition to autism, genetic predisposition. I think that was caused through the reason why the numbers are increasing, why we've gotten to the point where we're at, is because we've destroyed ourselves physically, the things that we put into our body over generations. Generate like hundreds and hundreds of years. That's getting worse. The air quality, the water that we drink, everything all inclusive, right? So we have this genetic predisposition to autism, and then I think that there is an environmental trigger. Um, and it happens in some cases it doesn't. That's why, so Priscilla, she can't speak for me on my beliefs as far as vaccines. I do believe that vaccines have triggered some cases of autism, but then there's also vaccine injuries. Does that mean you should not get your kids vaccinated? No, it does not. I mean, vaccines have caused other problems injury percentage wise. We know of cases where kids were developing. Typically, they had no issues at all, and then they got their booster shots and their first round of them, and they regressed drastically, and all of a sudden they get an autism diagnosis. So, um, to deny that I think would be ignorant, but then to say that like that one thing causes autism, that would also be super ignorant. In Abigail's case, it was a good chance that the environmental trigger was in the womb, or it was even before that. Just genetics in general. So, um, I think there's a lot of things that can trigger that genetic mutation or that predisposition.
There you go.
I'm going back to the bedroom.
And I can tell you, I mean, the kids at Abby's school who have been vaccine injured, like they actually went to court and they were deemed vaccine injured, they have a different look about them. Um, they don't, Abby obviously doesn't look like there's anything wrong with her. So there's that as well. So I don't know. Thank you so much, you guys, for all the sweet comments. Oh my gosh, we have emails coming in. We have done a weighted vest. We've actually done the compression vest. And when Abby was younger, she really liked that. When she was younger, she had a sensory bit through her occupational therapist. And then she was able to um, basically soothe herself when she needed it. So I have a question here on YouNow from Katie. If you could take Abby's autism away, would you? And my answer to that is no. Abby is a happy little girl. She is the light of our light of our lives. She is not suffering. If she could communicate, that would be amazing. But it's okay that she can't communicate verbally. No, I would not take her autism away. Like I said earlier, it's so much of who she is that if we took her autism away, she wouldn't be the same person we all know. She just wouldn't. Um, she wouldn't be, she wouldn't have her STEM. She just wouldn't be the same person. Like, we would have to learn a whole new person. So it might be selfish for me to say, but no, I wouldn't take her autism away. Um, how did you choose your kids' names? Well, we were like 19, so we're like, oh, we don't really know. Isaiah's came from the Bible. Abby's we just liked. So there's that. Does music help Abby? Yes, it does help her. She needs her music. I don't know if she'll ever talk. Like, think about how many people this little girl has touched their lives, like you guys. I mean, we have this community and all of these people that are learning because of her. I mean, that's what our whole channel is all about. And we wouldn't have that if Abigail didn't have autism. I mean, we might still have our YouTube channel, but we wouldn't have our YouTube channel. We wouldn't have the Moss Squad. You guys are the Moss Squad. We wouldn't have you guys. So if my little girl can make that of an impact on the world, then yep, let her have autism and let us do something positive for other people, because not everybody could do this. I'm not saying we're special, but not everybody wants to be in front of a camera all day long putting their lives out for the whole world to watch. Um, so so yeah, I will let my little girl, because she's not suffering. Like, she's happy. She has rough days, but dang it, we all have rough days, like Isaiah has rough days. I do. So we have not done therapeutic listening, Stacy. It changes. Her music changes. So yeah. Yeah, she's like a little superhero. Our next trip is to Surfers for Autism in Ponce Inlet, which is not far. It's like Daytona Beach area. So, the Star Wars room. It's just it's our studio and our office. It's so funny because I was looking at one of my memories on my Facebook today, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so funny because it changed a lot. So, all right, guys, I'm going to jump off of here. Um, Thank you guys so much for joining us. And I hope I got to answer a lot of questions. It's hard to answer everybody's, but yeah, we'll do this again. We definitely need to go live on YouTube more often. And then YouNow, we will be back on tonight at 9 o'clock. So thank you guys so much. We'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay, now who do I close out first? I don't even know. Asa. Okay, let's see. Maybe I do here.